Okay, y'all, I'm having technical difficulties like throughout the whole night. I'm trying to get people in, and I'm also please deal with me because they keep taking me off and on. But you already know what time it is. Uh, each one teach one. Words that I live by, and it's gonna be one of my favorite topics to talk about too because I love taking people to surgeries. SRS and bottom. Uh, Matter of fact, shout out to two people out there. One of them, Giselle Foster, aka Jaleesa in the Ballroom, mother of the House of the Courts, and Jordan Blanco, um, who works at an organization called Help Brigade. Without these two ladies, honestly, I wouldn't be on the road every day. They make sure they get their letters. They make sure they get their name changed, birth certificate, um, on hormones. These two ladies do it all. I'm just a driver. But shout out to them. Right now, I'm waiting for a young lady to come on who's going to tell you about her organization. And hopefully, it doesn't mess up. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. Facebook is not letting me be great tonight. Let's see if it works. Hey, sis. How you doing? It's acting up again, so I'm trying to get everybody in as soon as I can. Yeah, sis, we back at it tonight. We back at it tonight. Just waiting for everybody to come on and we can get this topic started and I can get this Zoom started. That's what took me so long. Trying to set up the Zoom so everybody can talk afterwards. I don't know why it's doing this. Facebook is not letting me be great tonight, y'all, for real. Because they got mad about yesterday. Hey, sis, how you doing? Anybody want to come on right quick and share some things you might want to learn tonight?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I don't see me, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's just fine. How are you?
I'm alright.
I'm all right. Good. Good.
Yeah,
Good. Good.
I,
I'm sorry.
oh, you okay?
You okay?
There,
Okay.
everybody know who you are.
Everybody know who you are. My name is Tony. For anybody who don't know me, I'm Tony. 61-year-old trans woman living life to the best of my ability in New York City. Absolutely happy with my world, but not society's world. Not too happy with that.
So,
So,
what are you hoping to learn
what are you hoping to
tonight?
learn tonight? Well, last night I was listening to you guys, and y'all was making some valid points. And the thing I took away from that, because I got sick and tired of the conversation from the advocates. Do you know the advocates? Which I listen. God bless them. They're doing a wonderful job. But I'm just sick of the conversation. I need action. But what I took away from this was that it's us people who aren't the advocates who are out here living this struggle and going through it need a voice. And that's what I said when I said I see what you're doing going into so many different directions that others just aren't doing. I'm hearing their voices here, and I love that. I love that because that's where the real life struggle is. The people who aren't out there, who don't have the time to advocate. Now, I do not put down advocation. I live for it. But there are people like me who just don't have that kind of time, but have a voice. And I love hearing from them because that's the real fight right there for me.
You think?
So I'm trying to focus on my story. Yeah. I wish you would have gave me a time because I done took off the makeup, the wig, and everything. I'm in my bed getting ready. I'm not prepared to be seen. That's why I'm pointing to the ceiling, people. And no, you are not gonna see me without my wig and makeup. That ain't happening. The only person that gets to see that is waking up next to me. That's it.
Well,
Well,
I
I
apologize for
apologize
that.
for that.
I was on the
I
road
was on
today
the
taking
road today
somebody else for
taking
surgery, and
surgery, and
I was
I
flying
was
back,
flying
and
back, and
I thought I would be
I
here at
thought I'll be
9,
here
but
at
I ended up
9, but
being here
I
at
ended up
9.
being here at 9. That's cool. I like it. I was making my business to be here for as much of it as I can. I think it's wonderful. I really do.
All right.
It's
Well,
new.
we have
No,
another
we have
young lady
another young
that's would you like to tell us
Would
who
you
you
like to
are?
tell us who you are? Say, are you talking to me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Oh, this is my first time. I be hearing your conversation. They cool. They are cool though.
Which,
But yes, I'm Pebbles.
you said,
Hi, Pebbles.
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Your phone is
Your
echoing.
phone is echoing. Oh, my phone tripping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, it's a little
Yes, a
bit
little
better.
bit better.
Will you say your name?
Will you say your name?
Where you from?
Where you from? Pebbles. Pebbles.
Uh-huh. I'm from Las Vegas.
Oh, we got
Oh,
Vegas in the house.
yes. Vegas. Yes,
No, but
sir.
I'm not from here.
Oh, you not?
No, I'm from San Diego originally.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But you now live in Vegas.
Yes, I reside in Vegas.
Then you're Vegas, baby. You're
Okay, but
Vegas.
I hate that it's repeating what I'm saying.
Mm.
Like I don't know, maybe I got a bad connection.
It's not doing that from my end. I can hear you clearly if you want to know.
Okay, yeah, it's just repeating.
So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
what are you hoping tonight?
You said what?
What are you hoping to learn tonight?
I'm not really hoping to learn nothing because I'm mostly teaching people things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I
Are they
just
get?
died. Okay, so what makes you do this?
What made me
I'm talking
do this?
to you. Yeah.
Um, well,
Hey.
hey, well, I take the girls and guys to surgery all the time. I took over 36 people. Um,
Oh, okay.
took them to their surgeries, their consultations, helped them get their names changed. And
Oh.
after today, a lot of people want to learn about SRS. So
Okay.
I'm hoping the
Yeah. Yeah.
conversation goes good.
Yeah. I'm going to interrupt real quickly. I heard you tell a story about a friend of yours who passed away, and that's what started you with the advocacy.
What was started with me? That's
Yeah. Yeah. That's I heard you say that one
what's
time.
me.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
my
listen,
friend
I have
passed
a hard
away,
time. I call you
but
Z because your name is so hard for me to pronounce. So I say
I
Z.
I started advocacy. Yeah, that's cool. Um, when when a friend of mine had committed suicide.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was the most gracious and unselfish way to honor that friend. I really, that touched my heart when you said that. You know, you know, because I don't think any, especially with trans people, men and women, who are dying on a regular basis and don't get no mention about it, don't get no accolades about it, whether they're famous or not. You know what I mean? They just don't be heard about. And I think the only way we can pay them honor is to do what you're doing, things like that. And that is the greatest reason ever. It's so unselfish. And that's what makes it real.
Well, every day that I do this, and every person that I help, um, I always tell them,
Hmm.
the only
Is that me hear the echo?
so what, man?
Do y'all hear the echo?
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
hear your
at
echo
See, that's what I hear. I hear the echo. Why do you have an echo?
because Zoom is free.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that. Zoom is free.
yeah.
So you get what you get.
Okay, you get what you get.
You see? But you know what? As trans people, I'm used to that. I get what I get and I make it work. That's one thing about trans people and gay people, but mostly trans people, because we are some resilient people. We are very resilient. We will take that half a
Right.
penny and walk back home with a whole penny.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it done many times, you know? We are very resilient people.
Right.
And God forbid we truly unite, it'll be no stopping trans people. It'll be no stopping. It will definitely be no stopping. I know people who are like geniuses at surviving and making it work, you know? And I think that's a great quality to have in being a human being, because we are the most resilient human beings I've ever met. I've
Yeah,
ever met. We will make it happen. And not just for ourselves, but for that next person who's struggling. I've seen it so many times. Yeah.
One thing I would like
One
to
thing I would like to
thank the both of you
thank the
ladies.
both of you.
You have paved the
You
way
have
for
paved
us
the way for us
so we can be where we're
so we
at
can be
right
where
now.
we're at right now.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Well, all
That is
right,
just
ladies,
like,
Well, all right, ladies,
I'm gonna have to
I'm gonna have to
remove you right
remove
quick
you right
so I can get the
quick so
other
I can
ladies
get
to
the
come
other
in.
ladies to come in.
This
okay,
topic tonight is
Topic tonight.
SRS,
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
and then
And then
I hope to see
I
you
hope to
ladies in
see
the
you
Zoom
ladies in
meeting.
the Zoom meeting.
You will. Definitely go.
All right.
Let the people know who you are and where you from. You want mute? Yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Akasha, aka Tanya. You can call me Tanya. If you family, you call me Tanya, but it's I'm Tanya. Okay, but you can call me Akasha. I'm from New York, Brooklyn, New York. Born in Boston, raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm like a New Jersey girl and a New York girl, all blended into one from a whole different state. Um, um, Good seeing y'all, and I'm here to. I am 44 years old. See, I don't have a problem saying my age. I'm 44 years old. I'm a 44-year-old trans woman who started her transition at 14, 15.
Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Costa, would you like to start this off? So everybody
Oh
jump.
yeah, that's what we're doing. We're talking about today's topic is. Did you put it in the title? Today's topic is
SRS surgery. Life,
SRS,
life after transition.
life after death.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It's so funny. Life after death, and you want to call your old life death.
Mm-hmm.
That's so I never even thought about it like that. Life after death.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens now is that basically you are reliving.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're reliving. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. You're reliving life. I had my surgery in 2008. Yes, 2008. Today is 2024, right? I had my surgery in Bangkok, Thailand, by Boom Sak. He was the doctor that taught the other doctors how to do the surgery. Um, I have been post-op for this amount of years. So basically how I could say my journey started, I saved up my money and just went to Thailand, quit my job because I thought that I was supposed to, because we could get into that later. I Different people's healing process took differently, are different. Some people's healing processes are different. When I went to Thailand, it was only 5 weeks of healing before you could use it. 4 weeks to 5 weeks. I was there already a few weeks already. So, like I said, I went to Dr. Gomzak. He was one who taught the others how to do it. They consider him out there. They consider people masters. So it's like there's the master, and then nobody could touch what that doctor does because that's the master who taught the thing. I had the neo female inversion. I don't have the colon. I don't have the. I don't have nothing special. Um, Basically, I said, because I'm already scared of this surgery, I want to make sure that I know that I do something that's just easy for them instead of something that's complicated. Because I know they had the colon surgery at the time, and I just didn't want to play around with all that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think it was going to work when I got it done. I thought it was just for show. Honestly, I went there with the intention that at least I am complete. And it was during a troubled time in my life anyway that it was a near-death situation that I thought I was even going to live that long. I just wanted them to bury me as as a female because we didn't have laws back then. I wanted to be buried as female. I didn't want them to be able to say, no, put on a man's jacket. No, I had my name changed, my birth certificate. The only way my birth certificate could be changed in the state of Boston, Massachusetts, you had to have You couldn't have a paper saying that you had surgery. You were supposed to have the actual surgery. They won't change your name and they won't change your sex. That's how it was in Boston. And I was like, they said you could call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, but this is what you are. And I said, oh, so I have to go through this. So like I said, I had my surgery because a lot of people don't know. I had the intention that I was going to die. My doctor said I didn't have much time to live. I said, okay, I want to be complete. I was speaking with my sister about my funeral arrangements, and I was trying to think about like how I was going to proceed with legal papers and stuff like that. But it was like too short of a situation that I just said, you know what, let me do what I need to do. And then I said, because I just don't want to be buried as a cisgendered male. I decided to go get my surgery in Thailand. I went by myself. A friend of mine was supposed to go with me. She reneged at the last minute. I was like, she told me, yes, she was down, and she reneged at the last, like literally at the last minute. There was another girl that was supposed to go with me. She decided that she was going to wait. So I just went by myself on a 24-hour plane ride, 6 or 8. I remember it was one way flight, round trip flight, but it was Thai Airways. I was on that plane. It was beautiful. I was like only me, and I like all the other stuff was empty, and I got out all the other places like kind of empty, and it was a great ride all the way there. Thailand was a beautiful experience. I had my surgery. I woke up. I went in. I woke up, and I ejaculated. How do you say that? Do you say ejaculated? I busted a nut when I came. No, you don't say ejaculate. I busted a nut when I came out of surgery. You can't say that either. What do you say? I orgasmed. I orgasmed. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I orgasmed when I came out of surgery. I had a cast on, and what happened was the floor. I'm gonna tell you, they are not. They're not like modern. The floor was like concrete, like, and it was rubbing up against the vibrations made me just start. I asked my doctor what was that, and he checked and he said, oh, you orgasmed. I said, what? I swear I went there with the intentions that it wasn't going to work. I didn't believe anybody and what anybody said. I totally went there with the thing that I just would be complete. I wouldn't have just complete. And it was actually, I got to say this. 4 weeks went by. I was in Thailand for a little bit. I stayed an extra week because they wanted to make sure that my levels were fine and stuff like that. And so they gave me, I had to get like whatever it was, and my passport was stolen, and it was crazy. My passport was stolen, my IDs were stolen, and my bank cards were stolen. I made a mistake and left it on the counter of the hospital. It was plastic surgery everywhere. Everywhere was doing plastic surgery. Another thing, Thailand has like 1%, not even 1%, like 0% Caucasian people. I did not believe it. I saw like one person here, one person there. It was predominantly Black, Arab, and Asian. And that's the first time I've experienced an environment where we're more of the majority than the minority. So I just want to throw that one out there. So I came home, and I'll be honest, it was great. I used it. It was great. I will tell you, I came orgasmed so much. I didn't know that after that you could come orgasm multiple times. I never knew about that. You literally, you get moist, you get wet, you you get moist, you get turned on. The more hormones you take. Oh, one of the things that they had me do when I came home was permanent cream in my vaginal canal. So what I did, that's what they told me to do: vaginal canal, permanent cream, and it was a salt bath water soaking. Like I had to go into like sea salt water, and I had to use douche with Benadine. My surgery was fantastic. And my perspective about life, it was the happiest thing. I tell you, I felt like it was one of the best things I did in my life. If it was any decision I ever made in my life, I felt like having the surgery was the best thing I ever did in my life. My imagination, my heart became open, my anxiety went away, everything, my hormones were settled, and all that other stuff. So my hormones were leveled. I became proud to be who I was. I became proud to be trans, actually. I became proud. I saw things differently from a woman's perspective from a woman's perspective, a male perspective, and a third body perspective. I could say that after that was the happiest days of my life internally. I felt that it was literally a godsend situation to make me a better person. And that's the journey getting all of it. Now,
I don't
you're
know.
still on mute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to get Miss Shayla in right quick before she, for some reason, it jumped off. Like I said again, everybody, I apologize. I've been having trouble all day. Um, before we went any
Now,
further,
there she is.
she there. I know. I see.
You think it was because of me?
No. It's been doing
Okay.
this. It's been doing this a lot. And I've been trying to figure out what's going on. Try to call in. Try to call in, Miss.
Call an ambulance.
No, I was trying to tell her to call in.
Oh, okay. The pro about it,
What's the part?
the
Pros about it.
how long was your actual surgery? They said about 5 hours. I believe it was 4 to 5 hours. My actual surgery was. It was. I did a penile inversion. Now, everybody. I didn't do no complicated. I didn't do no what do you call it with the stomach, the lining, whatever. I did penile inversion. That was the safest thing that I could think about to get. And I used to read Lynn Conway's.
Okay.
I used to read Lynn Conway's website. Anybody could Google her. She's a trans woman who's been trans for, she's like 80 something years old now. She is like one of the first people to develop the internet. She's a tech. She shows all old other transgender women that have been around for like this. We've been around for centuries. She shows the different people. She tells the history. She shows the actresses that been stealth. There's a lot of information on her page. Lynn Conway. This is where I got the information from. She used to have all the doctors accessible. She had their results accessible. She had which country to go to. She had about the different surgeries that we were capable of getting. There was no resources out there like that before. In the year 2000, mind you, internet was still new. So I just want to let y'all know, it was like, I think AOL dial-up was still around at that time. Like, it was minimal information. Her website is very old school. It's very straight to the point, and with like block pictures and links. Lynn Conway. I will put it inside of the description, the body. But the surgery done, I will definitely do it. I had the surgery done, and it was the most amazing thing sexually. I'll be honest. It was extremely. It was like, I don't know how to say it, but out of surgery, because when I was aroused, are these the best good words to say? When I was aroused, uh, I felt everything pull in each direction. So I had, like I said, penile inversion. I was not, it was not cut off. It was not, it was rearranged. Let's get this, people need to understand, it was rearranged and tucked. It was the ultimate tuck, okay? Um, this might be a little bit graphic for some people to hear, but it was the ultimate tuck. And the ultimate tuck basically means that it was literally inverted. It was rearranged and inverted. So I felt how it was outside, I felt it inside. I felt where everything went, including testes, penile, top, bottom, mid shaft. I know where everything went. Um, that's kind of weird to say, but everything was sensitive because it was like they removed a certain layer of the skin off that was preventing from being aroused. Um, the surgery was a success. Uh, Later in years, what I decided to do was I went to Dr. Ting, and I had surgery done with him for a facelift. Um, oh, um, Anybody who knows me, how much can I take? I could say about up to, because a lot of girls want to know in depth, I was capable of taking up to, I would say, 10 to 11 inches of penile. It was awesome. Um, Sometimes it was scary. You start to feel your nerves reconnecting because you're not fully at full capacity when you first get it. The nerves start to reconnect. So you'll start feeling the shocking pain. Oh, here she goes. Let me pause.
All right,
Go
here
ahead,
she go.
Sheila. Go.
We gonna pause it for you right quick, Akasha,
Hi,
and we gonna
Yeah.
Akasha. How are you?
Hi.
and we
Good. How
gonna get to know this young lady right here. Let them know where you're from, and also tell them about your organization.
Okay, so I'm Shayla Anderson Edwards. I'm the founder and CEO of Gender Affirming Aftercare, which is GAG, which is all the girls say. I'm postoperative. The procedure that I had is the peritoneal flap, the robotic surgery, with Dr. Minjun in San Francisco, under Crane Surgery Center. The first surgery that I had was a penile inversion, but I had no vaginal canal. The doctor erred, so they said the best thing would be for me to get the peritoneal flap. So I can say the peritoneal flap is amazing. Um, the lining of my vagina is tilapia skin, so it's not plastic. It has